Hi cutie pies, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. This is my 34-week pregnancy update. And I finally decided to do one because this week has been crazy. If you are pregnant, congratulations. I wish you the absolute best in this super awesome and very unique journey. I decided to do an update because I have high blood pressure. Wah, wah, wah. I have been monitoring my blood pressure all pregnancy since the beginning because I am considered high risk since I developed high blood pressure my first pregnancy. But I definitely made some changes to my lifestyle. I am a way healthier, or I try to eat way healthier now than I did with my first pregnancy. So I did switch to mainly like home cooked meal diet, a lot of veggies, a lot of protein, lean meat protein. I drink like a little bit more than a gallon of water every single day. I try to exercise every single day, usually twice a day. So during the day, I'll do like a 1 hour walk, or I'll go to the gym and do cardio for an hour. And then at night, I'll do like a 30-minute at home pregnancy workout. So everything's been good, right? And then I go in for my 34-week appointment and my numbers are climbing up. So I'm like, what is going on? I immediately can't help it, but I start freaking out. Like, I know I try to stay calm on the outside, but my brain on the inside is literally like, what the fuck? What is going on? So at this point, I'm still going every 2 weeks. So I go back home, and like I said, I've been monitoring my blood pressure. So I have noticed that they are going up a little bit. But 34 weeks hits, and I swear they're like going up way too fast. Before, I was getting readings like 117 over 70 something, and now at what point I get a reading and it's like 140 over 100. So of course I'm freaking out. I call my OB office because they were open during that time. They're like, yeah, you need to come in immediately. So I go in and they take it, and it's definitely better than it was at home, but it's still high. So they send me to the hospital to triage at labor and delivery to do some testing, some blood work. They're gonna monitor my baby. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm completely okay with that. Like, I'd rather be safe. So I'm there for a few hours. They have me hooked up to the monitors to monitor my baby. They do some blood work. They're testing my urine, and everything comes out good. So they send me home. Then a couple days later, I get like a super high reading at home, like 140s over 100. And I'm like, yeah, like this is not okay. So I go back into the office, and this was like 2 days later, mind you, still at 34 weeks. And it was better. It was better there. So I know like people usually get white coat syndrome. I'm the opposite. I feel a lot more calm in the doctor's office or like a hospital setting, because I'm like, if something is wrong with me, they're going to help me right here. But I don't know why at home I keep getting high numbers. And I've been using the same machine, the same technique all pregnancy. And I'm like, well, do I need some medication? She's like, no, you don't need anything except for the low dose aspirin that you were taking. So because I developed high blood pressure my first pregnancy, they did tell me that I had to take my low dose aspirin starting at like around 16 weeks of pregnancy. And to be honest, I didn't at first, just because I'm not against medications, but I will try to do my part to stay away from it. But I did get around 18 weeks and my numbers were climbing up a little bit. So I did start taking my prenatal and my aspirin every single day, which my prenatal, I was already taking it. But I did start taking my low dose aspirin, and I will tell you, it did help. It has helped regulate my numbers. Around 28 weeks, though, I got a little scared and I blamed it on the low dose aspirin, but I thought like my baby movements weren't as constant. So again, of course, around 28 weeks, I call my office and I'm like, hey, like I need to go in, I need to get my baby checked. So I go in and they tell me to go to the hospital. They do like an NST test, a non-stress test on my baby, where they hook you up to your monitors and they monitor the baby's heart rate, fetal movements, and all that good stuff for like an hour or so. And thank God everything was okay. But if you know your body, like you know what to look out for. I know everything in pregnancy is weird, but also considered normal. If you do feel like there is something wrong, just go ahead, go to the hospital, call your medical providers. That's what they're there for. And yeah, that's exactly what I do. So I stopped taking my low dose aspirin around that time because, like I said, I blamed it on it. Everything has been good, but 34 weeks hit, and like my readings at home have been high, like, and I just don't get it because I've literally kind of been doing the same thing. Like maybe now I will munch on a cracker or a piece of bread, whereas before I was literally strictly veggies and home cooked protein. So I have like ventured out, but it's so hard during pregnancy to control yourself, like especially when everyone around you is eating whatever they want, inviting you to go out to eat, blah blah blah, and you feel like you can't do certain things. But I just gotta keep in mind I'm doing it for the health of me and my baby girl. So we're also at the end, just a few more weeks of sacrifice, and then hopefully I can have a little bit more than asparagus and broccoli. In addition to the high risk pregnancy with the blood pressure, I also have gestational diabetes. So I was so heartbroken when I literally found out that I had gestational diabetes, weeks ago, because it's already been weeks since I did my 1 hour and my 3 hour glucose test. But during my first pregnancy, I have failed my 1 hour glucose test. But when I went in for my 3 hour, everything was good. So this pregnancy, I thought, okay, like it's probably something similar. I failed my 1 hour. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for my 3 hour glucose test, but I'm going to be fine. I go in and I failed, like not borderline. It was like, yeah, like there's no doubt you have it. So now you have to take my blood sugar levels every single day. I have to prick my finger first thing in the morning, check my fasting numbers, and then breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I did talk to a dietitian to like know how many carbs I can have at each meal plus at each snack, and I have been able to keep it diet controlled so far. So as long as your numbers are for fasting under 95 and then under 145 after every meal, then you're good. But I understand, even when some women do their best, the body will do what it wants, and you might have to be on insulin or medication to control the blood sugar levels. So I will tell you what has worked for me. If I do my evening workout and I eat a low carb dinner, I will usually get good fasting numbers. If I have a snack, something sweet after my dinner, or if I skip my workout, I will get higher readings for my fasting numbers. I know not everybody is the same. Some people have to have a snack after their dinners before they go to sleep. That is not the case for me. Also, I do get up to pee a lot. Like I said, I drink over a gallon of water a day. So it also helps me after I do go to the bathroom. I drink a little bit more water, which I know gets me to wake up again during the night. But I feel like that water helps me cleanse my system, I guess. And so it's a combination of those three things. But just want you to know, if you also have high blood pressure issues and gestational diabetes, we're in this together. I believe in you. We got this. We have to stay positive and just do whatever we can to keep us and our baby safe. Pregnancy is definitely such a beautiful journey, but it's a very big sacrifice, and I understand some women breeze right through it. Other women definitely have a lot more challenging times, and you go through a lot during the pregnancy journey, but then when that moment that you have that baby in your arms, everything is worth it. If you have any tips and tricks, anything that has worked for you, please let me know. I will love if we can help each other out. I wish you such a safe and happy labor and delivery. I can't wait for you to meet your baby. Just be positive. Try to keep the stresses away. And I'm giving you a hug right now. I love you.